Hi guys, so today I am going to show you the best build in every single sea. So here we are in C1 and now, so in first sea, the best build for the fruit, I recommend the light fruit, which is a really good fruit actually, because it has an M1, which is OP, plus you can awaken it. Plus it's a Logia, and Logias are really good for the first seas, and it also has a really fast flight, which can help you which can help you save a bunch of time in the first sea, about like 5 hours in the first sea. So yeah, so light is really good, but now for the sword, you have 3 options here. So the first option is the one I have equipped right over here, Dark Blade. And if you guys didn't know, Dark Blade is a really good sword for the first and second sea. And I don't have sword stats, and I am one-shotting these guys. That's how OP it is. But for the next option, you can use Saber, which you can get by doing the Saber quest. And this is a pretty good sword for the first sea, but I say it's good for PvP. But to get Dark Blade also, you need to spend the gold bucks in it, 1,200. So it's kind of long. But if you just remember, you should be able to get that much gold bucks. But Saber is a good sword for PvP, and it's pretty good for grinding. And it has pretty good moves also. Like, I think that's an AoE move, which is pretty good. But the final option is something that you should use for grinding only. But I think you guys should use Dark Blade, since it's good for PvP and grinding. But if you don't have the Robux, I recommend you to forget about Saber and get the Soul Cane. To get Soul Cane, if you go to Magma Village, I think it's like in this hole, like in one of these holes right over here, and you can purchase Soul Cane from this living skeleton. I'll show you Soul Cane, how it looks like. And here, oh my god, sorry, Soul Cane, here it is. And it's like a mini ice suit actually, and it's pretty good. That's the ability, which is also really good. That's a good thing about the sword. It has stun abilities. And it's pretty good. But yeah, so far our build is light Soul Cane, or Saber and Dark Blade. But if you want the best build, use Dark Blade. I'm just gonna show the best build. But for the fighting style, you can use this fighting style called Dark Step, which is in where is it? Pirate Village. I forgot. Sorry. You can get it right over here. No, not over here. Okay, if you go over to this door, which you can go by just walk through here, you can purchase Dark Step from this guy, which is pretty good fighting style, and you don't need that much mastery for it either. And so yeah, it's a pretty good fighting style. I recommend it. But this is not the best one. Let me show you the best one you can get. If you go to Underwater City and okay, let me show you the correct way. And if you go like through this area over here and you go through this thing, you can flash step through it, or the easier way, you could just go here and get a fighting style called Water Kung Fu. Water Kung Fu is the best you can get. But yeah, and it's a pretty good fighting style because it's pretty good for grinding, which is the main thing you need to do. But yeah, and it has a bunch of range for. So yeah, but the next thing you need for the gun, you can get the dual flintlock here, which is pretty good actually. Or you could get dual flintlock. It's really good, and let me show you now. Right now I have the best build ever equipped in the first sea. So yeah, you get that. But for the now let's move on to the second sea. So for the second sea, the first, for the fruit, you're going to need Buddha fruit. So your main course is going to be grinding, since second sea is the hardest sea to grind on. So you're going to need Buddha fruit here. But for the fighting style, you're going to need a fighting style called Superhuman, which if you go to the snow area, what do you call it? Snow mountain. And you go to this and if you go to the Winter Warrior guys guide over here, you want to go to the last one next to this building here. And then if you go down here, you need to go here, and you see this cave entrance, and then you can purchase Superhuman for 2 million money, but belly I meant. But you're going to need every single V1 fighting style to 400 masteries. So yeah, it's gonna be a little hard. But no, not to 400, 300 mastery, which is honestly not that hard. It's okay. It's like getting 500 mastery on one fighting style, which is pretty easy. You can get it in like one day, but yeah. But for the sword, you can use Dark Blade, or if you don't have that much Robux, I prefer to go to Green Zone. Sorry, I didn't go to Green. That was not Green. I'm so sorry. Okay, now let's go to Green Zone. Sorry. And if you go to Fujitora and try to kill him, he's not here right now. But if you kill Fujitora, who is a boss, and he should be right over here. And if you kill him, he has a chance to drop a sword called Gravity Blade, which is right over here. Gravity Blade and Dark Blade are basically the same thing. Gravity Blade, I just say, is just one lower. The Dark Blade is just one higher. So don't be sad if you didn't get the Dark Blade. But you can also get the what do you call it? The Dragon Trident. Yeah, the Dragon Trident. Because if you go to Forgotten Island and go to the Tidekeeper boss, which if you go right over here, right over there up right over here, the Tidekeeper boss should be here, and he has a chance to drop your Dragon Trident, but I don't even have it right now but Dragon Trident, I say, is just one below Gravity Blade. So either way, don't be sad if you don't have Dragon, or if you don't have Gravity Blade either, because Dragon Trident is almost the same as Gravity Blade. But yeah, that's the sword. So let me show you our build so far. It's going to be Superhuman, Buddha, and Gravity Blade. But for the gun, you're still going to use Dual Flintlock. So yeah, you still need to use your flintlock because it's still a pretty good sword. I mean, look at that. I mean, it's kind of hard to hit, but it has stun moves, which is pretty good. But yeah, and they can also build. The Z move can break instinct, so that's also pretty good. So, but this is the build. So it's going to be Superhuman, Buddha, and Gravity Blade. So yeah, that's the build. But now let's do the third seed. So now let's do the third seed. For the fruit in third seed, you're still gonna stick to Buddha, but for the fighting style, it turns is different. So if you go to Turn the Mountain, and if you quickly go with it, right over here, up on this branch, and you go over here. You could get the God Human style. I already made it how to get God Human, so I won't get into it that much. But yeah, you could get God Human right over here. But for now, the sword, you're going to get a sword called Cursed Dual Katana. By the way, this list is gonna have two sections. So one if you're max level, and the other one if you are not max level in the third seed. So this is grinding, and you're going to need what I was saying, Cursed Dual Katana, God Human, just because. Or you can also instead use Shulkman Karate for grinding. Right over here from Daygok, which you could get from giving you 5,000 fragments and I think 5 million money. And also you need 400 mastery on water kung fu. But yeah, you can get that and for grinding, and or you could get God Human if you want to PvP and grind. And for the gun, you're going to use Soul Guitar or Dragon Storm, or if you just can't wait that long to get them. I already made a video how to get Soul Guitar, but I don't know how to get Dragon Storm yet. But yeah, or you can just stick to the dual flintlock if you're just too lazy to get Soul Guitar like me. So yeah, that's the list for grinding. But now for PvP or like max levels, you're going to use God Human. For the fruits, you have multiple choices. You can use Ice, Light, Awaken, Buddha over here, Love, Sound, Polder, or like any of the mythical fruits. So you can use those, or anything from Blizzard to anything from T-Rex to you could just keep doing down. So you can use anything that is T-Rex or above T-Rex, or you can use the fruits that I said before. But yeah, if you're low on Robux, I prefer something like Ice, but also you could get Diamond too, which is also pretty good, but I prefer Ice better than Diamond. But yeah, but for the sword, you're going to stick to Cursed Dual Katana, and for the gun, you're going to use Dragon Storm, or you can stick to Dual Flintlock, or still use Soul Guitar. So nothing changed with the PvP and grinding one, except probably the fruits, because you have multiple choices, a bunch of choices. It's probably your choice, long as you're good at using the fruits. But yeah, that's the video, but thanks for watching.